All right, it is 9:29 a.m., just 30 seconds before the market opens, and everybody's freaking out because of Russia. So I'm gonna be considering morning panic bounce plays on OTCs, but if I see that the overall market just keep dropping like crazy, I might not be a part of that. Let's just record a few seconds of what the market open does. It might try to bounce for all I know, but unfortunately, people who are not able to sell because they don't have the ability to trade extended hours on their broker, they might be having to get out at a bad price. But I'll be looking at morning panic bounce plays, but I'm gonna take things super conservatively because it just might keep dropping. All right, it is 9:43. I had one in and out trade with ILUS. I just didn't like the price action, but it is trying to do it, which is nice. I had a sell at 113. Right now it's 1131 by 1135. I bought at 1125. That was 939 right here. 939. I got in at 1125 right here. And I sold the next minute near the top. Actually, no, not really near the top, but higher than my entry for sure. I did trade a lot larger in terms of size, but I just don't like how sketchy it's looking, how VWAP is so close, and how it's really playing off of what the overall markets are doing. So, I just felt like there was just too much risk for me to continue to be in the setup. I didn't like the price action after I got in either. And I always try to get in right before it starts working, right before it starts making a nice move towards the upside. I probably made some money just because I traded a larger size, but this was ultimately a scratch. I want to see what this thing can do. Definitely it can continue to make a move towards the upside. I just didn't like the risk that I was in because of the fact that this is really based off of the overall markets right now. All right, it is 10:40 a.m. and ILUS as well as the other OTCs, they all made a nice move towards the upside. I think INTK was the sketchiest one because it just doesn't have the most amount of volume. But there was another one. I did see DPLS, which was down more than ILUS, but I wanted to trade ILUS because it had, I think, better volume, and this one was a worser daily chart than ILUS. But this one was a nice move. It went from 26 to almost 29, unless you want to count the very tippy tops. Maybe some hesitation in the 27s. It wasn't really that bad at all. Even HMBL offered a move, but I think there's a fine line between trading, day trading, and then just being in I guess an adrenaline infused gunslinger gambler. I don't know. I just felt like it was too much to consider it. Sure, I did see the drop and everything, but anything could have happened, and the overall markets could have taken this a lot worse. Maybe it's gonna bleed slowly throughout, a longer time period. Maybe it's gonna bounce all the way back up. Who knows? But I was just worried that it was going to do something crazy, that it might continue the downtrend with the volatility of the market open, of the overall markets, and it could have done something crazy, but it did, ultimately uptrend and do a nice move towards the upside. I really don't mind my trade too much because, for me to have sold at 12.3, sure, that would be awesome, and I'd be up like maybe $50, but at the same time, I would have been playing with fire, and I just feel like maybe I would have gotten out of this profitably here. But then eventually there's gonna be one that is gonna really burn up, and then I would be super unprofitable then. So overall, I feel right in the middle. I feel like I'm not doing as well as I should be, but at the same time, for me to have been a part of this, it just seems a bit too, sketchy with the price action that I had. But maybe if I was in something else like DPLS, which offered a quick move towards the upside, maybe this would have been more ideal compared to ILUS. I just wanted to trade that one because, again, I thought I had better volume, and TGGI was a bit better. I think ILUS was the worst one. No, I think HMBO was a worse one, but in terms of the way it traded, this looks, I think, a little better, just a little better. and INTK, it offered a nice move, but this one would have been a lot harder to get in. So right now I'm not interested in anything, but I'll keep looking. Maybe if it does like that's not a real print, but if it does like a double bottom, or maybe some kind of downtrend and some kind of dip opportunity, I might consider that. But for right now, I don't see anything that I want to be trading right now. All right, it is 7:54 p.m. and I am here to call it off. I didn't make much. It was just a tiny in and out with ILUS. And looking out, I could have considered something like this when it hit VWAP, but I don't think I was there when it was at that point, and perhaps I could have considered something like that. But I did see this, and this kind of looked choppy, so I was no longer really interested. And that was it for this one. I didn't make much today. It was like $2.99. I'll get the exact number just to be sure, but it is kind of cool to see that the OTCs did offer a move towards the upside, absolutely, but it was just very sketchy the way it got there. However, if I was there, I totally would have considered a move right here with ILUS. The overall markets are, I mean, it's just kind of crazy. I understand if we were to be maybe down a little bit, or maybe just like a small, day, just nothing significant, but it literally finishes up on the day, which kind of seems kind of crazy. But hey, that's the markets. That's really about it. Just one trade there with ILUS. I'll see if I can tackle it tomorrow with any morning panic bounce plays, and yeah, that's all I have for today.